This is another Buddy System Productions public service announcement.
Hi, my name is Chris Sholey, and I'm here to talk to you today about the ever-present threat in our school system. Shoulder exposure, the moral decay of our education. In the dress code section of the Carroll Senior High School Student Handbook, it clearly states, and I quote, "No shoulders will be allowed." Although the need for this statement is clearly apparent, most people feel that it's either A, unjust, or B, that some people just aren't aware of it.
Do you guys know about the dress code violation for indecent shoulder exposure? Yeah, what do you think about that?
I really don't care. I think it's really ridiculous.
Are you guys familiar with the dress code violation for indecent shoulder exposure?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's stupid because no guys get attracted to shoulders.
Why is it ridiculous?
Because shoulders aren't that big of a deal.
I mean, you don't think that you could distract people with those shoulders right there?
No, not most days.
I mean, what if I was taking a test and I just couldn't? I was. Oh my. Are you familiar with the dress code violation for indecent shoulder exposure?
Yeah, and I think it's crap.
Really?
You don't think it could be any kind of a distraction?
No. Not shoulders. I can see backs, all backs, but shoulders, no.
Yeah.
There's not much of a difference between a spaghetti strap and a tank top. Yeah, it's just your shoulder. Yeah. I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't think it matters.
I mean, you think we should do away with it?
Yeah. Well, I think there should be some restriction. Yeah. No strapless shirts at all, or but I mean I love spaghetti straps. Okay.
Well, what if I told you it was considered to be one of the biggest problems in our school?
Then I'd probably think differently.
Obviously, some people are unaware of the shoulder threats. We sent our expert on scapulology to find out what more informed citizens had to say on the matter.
Hey! How you doing?
So what'd you think of the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
I know, it's pretty fantastic.
What'd you think of Keira Knightley in this one?
Oh my god, the shoulders on that chick. You see that they're always exposed, she was in the beach and it was golden in the sunlight. Yeah.
So what would you say is the most attractive part of the female body?
Shoulders. The angles, those curves, man, that's what it's all about.
Mrs. Bowden, what would you say is the biggest problem school officials face here?
Oh, let me see. Excessive tardies, I believe. Just moral decline of students, and possibly academic dishonesty.
Would you say that that's the biggest problem?
Oh, well, now that you've brought it up, I think it's indecent shoulders.
So Dr. Presley, could you share your thoughts with us on shoulder exposure?
Well, I'm going through right now counting our National Merit Scholars and, our AP tests are going on. So we have a great school, but shoulders are very concerning. We feel like that we have to shoulder the responsibility for the community to keep shoulders covered up. And I think, as long as we stay on the lookout for bare shoulders, we'll be, we're going to be a much better school. But shoulders are really a concern, and we're going to look at addressing shoulders in a bigger way next year.
So Coach Pinson, what would you say is the biggest concern for our school system?
I don't know, we're in a really good school district. I've been teaching for about 25 years and I've seen lots and lots of different kinds of problems. I don't think there's anything on our campus that's really, I would consider epidemic except one. And what I notice over and over and over again, and it really rises to the level of I don't know, it's probably the most severe thing I've ever seen, and that's shoulder exposure. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. I think it probably is symptomatic of greater cultural decay. And, I think that if we don't do something as a school district, if we don't do something as a community in South Lake, I don't know where it might lead. But I think this probably rises to the level of something that ought to be mentioned in national politics. I really do. I think it could be something that the presidential election might turn on. Absolutely.
And if all of that wasn't convincing enough, observe this hard-working student. Now watch as he's distracted by the scapula. He notices it at first, completely rejecting his schoolwork. He then proceeds to move in and actually continues to rip his paper in half, almost as if saying, "I don't need you homework. What I really need is shoulders." Thanks for watching, and remember, let's try to be fair. Don't keep those shoulders bare.